idea about it, for
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, you go ahead, you go ahead.
Are you finding water or alpaca? I'm finding it, it didn't taste bad.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Alright, could I get a quick audio check and visual check?
But they normally play with the shops. Everybody's like, right.
Yes, so we have a volunteer. Alright.
They do.
So whenever you're ready, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Two jobs. Yeah.
Alright, what is a bishop's man? Alright, good afternoon everyone and welcome. Please stand for the national anthem.
not? Why not?
Mr. Marcus asked to give a few words.
Thank you. Miss Martin. And then we call you by your first name. Pastor, see how you feeling? No. Yeah, what's that? Pastor, see how you feeling? Let me highlight the arranger for you all, Barry Manet, who's in the back here, just hiding away. A friend and a classmate of mine when I was at U. So, overall, what I would say about the music, there's several things that stood out for me. One, no overplay. Normally, sometimes you get a good tone from the instrument, and some people just take advantage of that and just sort of slam out. I don't know if you all had something to do in the process, but it was well contained. I like when you die with a smile. In terms of the start, you set that 6/8 kind of feel there, rather than just using it in a 1, 2, 3, 4. It worked for them. It brought out the song. I like it even when you drop off the background, dropping off at the recapitulation there at the end, and then coming back into then eventually just, die easy. And the skyfall, even where you all would have just fade out at the end, as opposed to just building up, everybody do that cliche ending, it was the total opposite. So that's something that I actually like. Along with the different moods of the music, the hip hop feeling in the skyfall at the start there, the march feel that you have. Exploring different styles outside of the calypso. Now the highlight for me this evening, I want to call the persons who play the anthem forward, both of you. And I'll explain why it is important to highlight this. Kamaria here?
She had a weekend of work.
Oh, but I like Kamaria Charles Richards, who was also the co-arranger and a past pupil at the institution here. And of course Candace would probably boast about that as well. But why did I call these two gentlemen here? Nobody knows. For the entire Fusion Fest, when we went around, we had several anthems being played. And a lot of them over the years had been the remix to the actual national anthem. And what we got this evening is so spot on, perfect of our execution, and I'll explain why. Dr. Osborne would be proud, huh? The anthem is in F minor, and then it modulates to F major. So it starts off in F minor. And one of the first problems we have is that when they modulate into the F major section, they're only C, B flat, sometimes they go to A flat, or what we know as G sharp to G. Whereas you all went to the A, natural, to carry you into that key properly, leading. The second most accurate thing they did, when you sing the anthem, they go side by side, we stand, islands of the blue. The correct version is islands of the blue. And you were able to flawlessly execute it how it should be done. And this is something very important, because the national anthem is something that should not alter the rhythm, the key, the melody, nothing about it. And I give you kudos for what you did. How old are you? 17, 16. And to anybody listening to this recording now, if you are a soloist and do get gigs where you need to play the anthem, please go back and listen to this and take a note or two. Congratulations. And at this point, I'll call the president to give a few words. Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore. Oh yes. Somebody say bars of steel. Bars of steel. That's the chant, yes. That's the chant. Wow. I must confess that last night when we were at phase 2 Panyard, I said, thank God we are at the end of the Steelpan Fusion Fest, Youth Fusion Fest. Yes, I did, because it climaxed, it was on a high note. But today, you start over the thing. Because as I said, I came and when I heard your first song, I said, whoa, what a beautiful rendition of Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. Whoa, you gotta play it again, right? Yeah, you gotta play it again before we leave. So that I get to dance with my colleague there. But, Pan in the 21st century music and event put on by Pan Trinbago is one of my favorite events. Personally, I prefer Pan in the 21st century to Panorama. Now, and it's personal, because it was one of the first events I won with when I became manager of my band. In 2004, we won a Pan in 21st century with Tonga, right? So for me, it is a glorious moment for me. But this time we decided we're not just coming to listen to one song. We wanted to provide an opportunity for young people to participate on more than one song and to be fused with various genres of music and with whatever else you want to fuse it with. So next year, I know that this event will be much, much better than it is this year, because now we have a better understanding. Two bands grasped the opportunity, which was Renegades and Invaders, so you can go back and look at their presentation, and they captured the moment, they captured the feel. And more so, Pan Trinbago wanted to present an opportunity for young people in Steelpan music to be able to execute another type of music outside of bars or Savannah. Because I see proud your parents when you come down and you make the finals, and oh Lord, and your parents. I think this is the school that Dr. Rowley's wife is a part come to, right? Yes. And they want a space and they want to see, and oh. So we understand that moment, but now we are seeing you playing beautiful music, looking sweet and lovely. Red Man, I see you again. Yeah, you're a great performer. You will walk into that shit this evening. But listen, we want to really commend you. Well done, and we look forward to your performance. Your next performance on World Steelpan Day 2026. And Lady Gaga before we leave. Yes?
Thank you everyone for coming out today. I hope you enjoyed the music.
Ladies,
Alright guys, also in chat, just want to apologize, no one in advance. The handle for my tripod for this stream broke, so the stream will be very shaky today. Like I say, apologize in advance. You guys will get a very shaky stream. Hope it's not too bothersome, because the arm of the tripod for this phone break and I use the other tripod to record. So
Make sure your head is full head. Alright? Okay. Make sure your head gets between two heads. That's what's anyway. Alright? No, hold on. So on the count of 3, we just go and show. Oh. Steelpan Fusion Fest is very something on you, right? Steelpan Fusion Fest. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Steelpan Fusion Fest!
Right. Nice. Thank you very much.
Well done, well done.
yeah, so once again, if anybody else coming to the stream talking about the shakiness, just let them know that I apologize in advance, because my tripod arm broke for to hold the phone in place.
I see how you didn't leave back. I say, oh, yeah, I didn't leave back for you. See, people didn't go see him. Huh? Oh. I say, yeah, I didn't leave back. I say, if you didn't go see him, I don't know to see how I go. You want this? I don't buy this one. Huh?
Wells, who will do the official welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. The President, Pantry Bago, Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore, the Education Officer, Pantry Bago, Mrs. Candice Andrews Bowman, members of the Central Executive, Pantry Bago, Ms. Desiree Myers, Chairman of the London Region Executive and Staff, Pantry Bago, members of the Youth Arm, Pantry Bago, staff of Pantry Bago, members of the media, parents and supporters, secretaries, and players. Good evening and welcome everyone. Today we have a spectacular group that represents the heart, soul and resilience of our youth. We were originally the Tranquil Belmont Steel Orchestra, which was formed to give a grand stage to talented young players of the United Forces of Tranquility Secondary School and Belmont Secondary School. We have since morphed into Legacy Steel, and we now have players from other schools, including St. Francis Boys and St. James Secondary. Within the last year alone, they have been working tirelessly, bringing joy to graduation ceremonies. Stepping up at the Mayor's Independence Day Family Picnic at Nelson Mandela Park and uplifting the very communities they serve. They even took home the first place award at the Ramsey Proby Magnificent Seven School Invitational last year. This evening, they are bringing that hard work, passion, and sweet Steelpan melody right here to us, performing their beautifully arranged rendition of Master Blaster by Stevie Wonder, Make Love to You, popularized by Nadia Lepon, and I Feel It Coming by The Weeknd. Please put your hands together for Legacy Steel. now invite Mr. Marcus Ash, the External Relations, Public Relations Officer.
Legacy, how y'all feeling? Convince me, how y'all feeling? Alright, so let me first pick up Mr. Damian Phillip. I know I didn't see the individual, but I also know Keisha Codrington is part of here. Where is always shy away. Just to give a little feedback, I like these song selections. It's kind of like most of them, I can't talk for the last one, but the first two definitely was before all of them won. What I like is the ability to take that music and still appreciate it and perform it like you know it personally. So the simplifying, you know that line in Master and usually when a band play that is the whole band would try to do that and it sounds so muddy in 90% of the chance that they do it. And the way that you simplified it in particular for some of the background players to allow it to be heard and to sound clean, kudos to you all for the execution. With the second two, I appreciate the throwback. Now, this is part of the 21st century style music, something that you are quite familiar with, Damien. Philip, Mr. Philip, let me say that. But, sorry, we go way back. But you took it, I would say, pan down memory lane style. In terms of that bomb style feel, you carried us back to nostalgia. And I do appreciate that. So that is just the little things within Narita Fun. Make Love to You, second song. It was always good to hear that all famous bass line. You must have. So, at this time, I just want to say congratulations to you all, Legacy. Make some noise once more. At this time now, I would like to call a very special individual to say something to you all. And I think you might like it. None other than the president of Panyard Crawl, because it's very Good evening, everybody. What a performance. What a performance. I enjoyed every moment of it. I mean, today is another fantastic day in the Fusion Fest celebrations. For the first song, Master Blaster, one of my very, very favorite songs, and I think you executed it. As a matter of fact, sir, when we were coming out of the maxi, let me just tell you, I said to them, sir is a serious judge, right? He's one of our most senior judges, and I said, let me hear what you hear today. Let me know if I can keep him as a judge or get him fired today. So this was his test piece. What I want to say, sir, you have received a promotion. I must tell you that I felt a bit disappointed. I thought that I would have heard a particular voice singing in this band. Because you have this singer among you. Sir, why didn't you sing? So you know what? I would have put Sir on the spot. That's the thing. Now the love song. I want to make love. With the band, even if it's one verse or a chorus, Sir has to perform, or else there is a big celebration coming up in August. Your band will perform on World Steelpan Day. The only way that can happen is if Sir sings.
Now we see man know the words of the song. We go from the top. Now we have fun. Make love to you.
Sheena. I'm waiting. You could have do the chorus.
Your money's funny. Let's talk about our brother. So remember when you're done crawling, you can pass back here. We're here until 9. We have DJ Divine on the ones and twos. We have drinks on sale, we have stuff on sale. We are also using this as a fundraiser. So you can pass back, swing back in half time. So we thank you for coming on and Godspeed. Alright. There are also
get here between somebody in the back. Make sure you get here. Closing, grabbing. Right.
Where's Keisha? Damian, can you ask Keisha to join us, please? Can you ask Keisha to join us, please? Keisha?
Alright guys, big smile.
Are you ready? Are you holding on the belly?
me do it. You do it. Let's see. So after 3, of course we say, what's the name? Legacy, right? So looking at this camera, we're going to say legacy on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Legacy!
Thank you guys very much.
How you going?
Just see. Sheena, you could have come and sing a little song, man. You let me down, Sheena, you could have come and hold on for the guy and sing a song in a chorus. see how you in chat yesterday, no Maria, but I couldn't talk. But hi Maria, hi everybody else who said hi today. Wonderful, Maria. I don't even need to ask you, Maria, which performance you enjoy. You had fun yesterday, I know. Hey, Princess. Hey, everybody in stream. So we have 2 more bands to go. We only have 4 bands there. We only have 4 bands today. So we're going to Sinclair now, which is right there, and then we ending off in with Power Steel Orchestra, which is in St. James. So it's a short day today. We're almost done basically. We are halfway through.
of Queens Rock, Ramsey Moore. And let's give Mrs. Ramsey Moore a big. I'm not satisfied with that. Because, yes, insofar as I'm concerned, this is my fearless leader. The Education Officer of Panyard, Mrs. Candice Andrews Bruman, members of the Central Executive of Panyard, Ms. Desiree Myers, Chairman of the Northern Region Executive and staff of Panyard. Let's give them a round of applause as well. And a very special welcome to the members of the youth arm of Panyard. Let's give them a big round of applause. The staff of Panyard, I want to say good evening to you as well. Members of the media, very, very good evening to you. I also want to acknowledge the QRC Media Club that is also covering this event for us, and our own photographer and videographer from Whitish Limited that is going to be covering for us. You could give yourselves a big round of applause as well. The parents and supporters of Symphonic Steel, aka Profit QRC Steel Orchestra. I want to take this opportunity as well to acknowledge the management of Symphonic Steel, Profit QRC Steel Orchestra, of course, you know, led by the principal of Providence Girls Catholic School, Ms. Crystal Gorin. And I like the silence, because all of the music, every single song that you will hear this evening is arranged by the multi-talented, let me say supremely talented, Miss Kimberly Sinclair. Least I be accused of being very unmannerly. My name is David Simon, principal of Queens Royal College. So, welcome to QRC. So, I know to the members of Panyard, you would have been to different yards, you would have been all over Trinidad and Tobago. But I am sure, I am positive, that you would not have been sitting in front such a wonderful backdrop. This backdrop has no competition in the Western Hemisphere. You are sitting in front of one of the most iconic and historic buildings in Trinidad and Tobago. As a matter of fact, it is known as the most photographed building in our nation. Let's give QRC and this main building a round of applause. So this afternoon, I should say this evening, you are going to be treated to a different type of experience. First and foremost, you would recognize how splendidly dressed our young men and young women are. The young men and women, young men of Queens Royal College, the young women of Providence Girls Catholic School. Let's give them a big round of applause, everyone. Why I say a different experience is because usually you hear them playing the drum and wine for Panorama. But on this evening, you are going to hear the versatility of our national instrument. There are many individuals who believe that our instrument is one-dimensional. But we and all of the other bands would show the world the versatility of an instrument that was invented in our own country. So, this evening they are going to play for you a beautiful Bruno Mars rendition, Risk It All. I'm not going to name the Bob Marley medley that you're going to listen to. If you don't know those songs, then something is wrong with you. So I'm not going to name the Bob Marley medley. Just listen, and as they move from one selection to the other, you just name them. And then you are going to hear Essence by Wizkid and Thames. Then there will be a little pause, and then we are going to climax. And I will tell you what that climax is going to be. So without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's put our hands together for the remarkable young men and women of Queen's Royal College and Providence Girls Catholic School, Symphonic Steel. are only able to fight and carry on the streets, you are free to believe that. But certainly, when you put yourself in place, you are going to recognize the reservoir of talent that the youths of Trinidad and Tobago possess. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Can I have my hat, please? So, we are going to ask you to go way back in time. We want to see if you could remember the time. I need one more hand. Because this one, if she thinks she's going to be sitting at that table, she's not. This is for my president, and I'm going to invite her to come up here with us.
Oh my God.
May I come? Let's put our hands together for the president of Panyard Crawl. This is Beverly Ramsey Moore. Now you see, the thing is, we've been following Mrs. Ramsey Moore, so we know that she can dance. We know that she can move. So she is here to remember the time. So this one we are going to dedicate to all the fathers. It's one day after Father's Day, but this is dedicated to you. We ask you to remember the time when you had that birth that made you a father. And to our beloved president, we want her to remember the time when only men were president of Panyard. She has certainly changed that. Ladies and gentlemen, for our final presentation on this part of the Panyard Crawl, I want you to once again put your hands together for Symphonic Steel, aka Prof. QRC, doing Remember the Time by the King, Michael Jackson. You have just heard the sounds of Symphonic Steel, aka Provi, QS, Steel, Orchestra. Let's give them a big round of applause. Showing the versatility.
Alright guys, that deserves 60 likes. Let's see if we can get to 60 likes. Those of you who haven't liked the stream, it's free. Under the stream, there's the thumbs up button. So let's hit 60 likes and over.
This is just the prelude to two big events that we are going to be having. On July the 4th, we have our concert, which is known as Steel at Sunset. And it will be right here. If you wish to get tickets, it's under the covered walkway, $150. And then we do something that has never been done in Trinidad and Tobago before. We did it successfully last year. We have what we refer to as the Magnificent Seven Pan Invitational Schools Tournament, where we have 7 bands coming here competing. Of course, as the host band, we do not compete, but we will be very much present, providing you with sweet Steelpan music of the likes that you just heard. Let's give them another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. I want to acknowledge as well in our movement, support the youth. So we want to say thank you to Subway. Put your hands together. Orchestra and supporting us. Thank you very much, Asha. And Asha is very much here present. That's a big round of applause. Notice that she was to the music. And I'm sure, Mrs. Ramsey Moore, you remembered sometimes. Most definitely. So let me welcome, put your hands together for the External Relations Officer of Panyard Crawl. If you follow Steelpan, if you follow School Panorama, you would hear the edifying voice of Marcus Ash. Let's give him a round of applause as we welcome Marcus.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. And by extension, let me say good evening to Ms. Warren. You know, Ms. Warren, I always wanted to tell you to your face, but I've never heard a school principal, ever heard of a school principal where every single student only have good things to say. Like real like you and the way how they talk about you. From what I've heard, I say wow. But Symphonic Steel, how y'all feeling tonight? Are you sure about that? Because you don't sound so. How are you feeling? It's a lot. It's probably the most notes I took since doing this feedback, but that's a good thing. And you're standing up in front of the structure, ready to knock him. But, as I said, I can't stand giving comments about what happened.
What are the chances?
Wasn't the bell the problem, eh? I couldn't start giving this comments here today without recognizing Kimberly Sinclair. And I could post as well because I want you to hear it because I followed so much in what you're doing. In this simple, now in the 21st century, and you follow the rules and you did so much in the short space of time because you have 3 songs to do. You have 15 minutes to perform. That's 5 minutes if you're lucky. Then, I mean, you want to do as much as you could do with it before moving on, and you still give us a bonus song actually as well. So, to do all of that and how you did it and structure it, because we're talking about the Bruno Mars. This is crazy. This is crazy in a good way. You start off, you give them that writ, a rubato feel at the end there, it's stretching coming in, a grand pause, and then it starts without the bass, which is supposed to anchor them. And I am here to find a conductor in front of the band. Stop on it. There has to be a jumbie, I'm not seeing conductor. That is more than just practice, that's stress. Now the verse and chorus, I really enjoyed the overall work, and if I have to pick a section, it's really a struggle for me between the cellos, who really, I mean, the work you put on there and their ability to execute it, and of course the doubles. I got it. In the Bob Marley medley, yes, Mr. Simon, I knew every song. But I'm going to speak about the medley in general, what you were able to do with it. The use of the cellos, again, where we saw the counter melodies, while your guitar kept that reggae strum. So it worked and it allowed everything to be heard. But then the next thing that I wanted to really big up the band for is the ability to not overplay. I'm yet to hear any slamming of the instruments. Right? The balance was exceptional. In particular with the second song, the fact that they were able to dip, that's which song was that? I don't wanna, right, Candace Ash. The entire band, and it just gave that contrast then to build up again. And yet still with all that, the squad here delivering. And you know, Mr. Simon spoke about the history of this building and stuff, and one of the things that I looking on at, many people don't understand that QRC was probably the first school to allow black students to come and be educated in Port of Spain here. And I'm watching the performances of you understand what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that in itself is a legacy there. We go down to the essence. Well, that was just, you blew it out of the park. President was just like, yeah, you could hear her going down with that. No overlappings in the voicing of your lines. Even when loud, it was balanced. Double tenors, that's where you all came out to just solos and shine. And of course, when you remember the time, I like the use of mixing the pop and some calypso elements to give that kind of 21st century yet pandong memory lane that created the merger there, which is what the event is trying to highlight as well. The dancing that you all did, the choreography really paid homage to Michael Jackson, really. I don't know how you all practiced that again, but you did well. The doubles, your solos that started, and then the tenors got in and joined them. So there's grand cut off from the background. And then the cellos re-enter, and then the basses come and decide, let's go home with this arrangement now. Excellent execution overall. And Mr. Simon, you are wrong on one, absolutely wrong on one thing. You said that you made an announcement saying that you have, it's a prelude to 2 events. But at this point, I'm going to call the president of Panyard to correct your error. Press. Mrs. Beverly Ramsimo, president of Panyard.
Thank you very much, Mr. External Relations. Oh yes, you put me in a mood that is so relaxing and so refreshing that I am at my best, and I think I am going to be delivering the Queen's English hit. Normally I go into my dialect and all of that, but I am so pleased with your performance, Miss. Listen. And then to top that up, you've crowned me here this evening with my beautiful hat. Am I to take this away or I have to leave it? Okay, so I'm going to take it away. You know, when you place this hat on me, immediately it removed a particular hat that I was wearing, which was more like a crown of thorns for some time now. And you have removed that crown of thorns that I have been carrying since Panorama until today, and you've crowned me with a glory that I believe that I am lifted in spirit. Yeah, and I believe after today, and I will speak it, that good things will come, prize monies will be paid. Players remittances will be paid. No, because music is so important to your moods. Yeah? And during carnival time, when you perform and you're in high spirits and your waistline moves, your body moves, there is a different type of excitement. But Pan in the 21st century music, Sir Simon, you spoke about the versatility of the instrument to play all types of music. And Pan in the 21st century music in particular, what you have performed this evening brings in that soothing spirit. And I did not know that you would have placed a crown of happiness on me. I did not know that you would have placed a crown of prosperity once again. I did not know that this crown that you have placed upon me is going to strengthen me. Listen to me, yeah. To say, mountain, move. Sure. Mountain, move. Mountain, move. Clear the way, because legacy is intact. The youth of our nation is a springtime of life. You possess the energy, you possess the knowledge, the strength to be builders of our future. When people like me and some of my other team members would have gone home to sit on our rocking chairs and so on, you are the future. You have to take this to another level. And already, from what I'm seeing here, the discipline in this orchestra is really high. And that is one of the reasons why you're able to execute without slamming up the pan and so on. I'm going back into dialect, I'm reading English just now. That is why you look good, the feel good, the hat, everything about you. I just want to stay here. I don't even feel like going anywhere else. And this, we have to leave. But I'm saying the mood that they have put me in is one to stay and to celebrate and to give every single one of you a hug. But I'm going to hug you on a particular day in August. Right? Because after you do your performances in June, July, you will be performing on World Steelpan Day. So you are not finished. You are not finished. I look forward to seeing all of you at our performance space on World Steelpan Day as we continue to celebrate this iconic instrument that Trinidad and Tobago would have placed out there in the world. And you know, in a couple of days' time, more celebration will be happening with TASPO, which is that first band that went out of Trinidad and Tobago when the acceptance started, the social acceptance. Because as you know, in Trinidad and Tobago, somebody else have to love the thing before us. And we know that TASPO would have done that in Great Britain when they went out there, and everybody looking at these old rusty drums and saying, what? And then Trinidad and Tobago started to take notice, and then there was a social acceptance. Social acceptance until we can be playing before this magnificent building. It's a masterpiece. I made sure, and I got some on my phone. And listen, thank you all so much. Miss, I understand, well, of course, you're a member of the Youth Arm, so let me say thanks to the Youth Arm for executing this event. And may God continue to bless us and to bless both bands that combined, or both schools, I should say, that combined. May you continue to prosper. May you continue to get stronger and stronger. And see you on World Steelpan Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can see why she's our president. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. My president, you come and stand right next to me. We're not finished with you as yet. You know, she spoke about the trials and tribulations. And I could not help just jot down that Steelpan would have come, Steelpan, out of the belly of resistance. And it is definitely a show of resilience, resulting in royalty. That is what the 3 R's stand for. And you can understand why she's our president. She is inspiring. She is one that we are very prepared to wait behind until we get our money. So continue to lead with passion, grit, determination. And let's give her a round of applause. But we couldn't allow her to leave. It is interesting because it's going to be a crazy schedule for us, because when she said that we were going to be performing in August, I quickly asked Marcus, when is that? Because we are actually going to be leaving Trinidad and Tobago on the 14th of July, returning on the 5th of August, as we carry your national instrument to North America, to Maryland, Washington, Virginia, to thrill audiences in North America. So we know we have to be working here, because when we come back in just a couple of days, we are going to pay homage to our national instrument. But we couldn't allow our president to come here and leave empty-handed. So she's leaving with a hat, and we have a small gift from her on behalf of Symphonic Steel, aka Provi QRC Steel Orchestra, and I will ask our 2 captains, Javon Brown and Tia Portillo, to make that presentation as well.
So on behalf of the Provi QRC, the Symphonic Steel, we would like to present you with a token of appreciation. We would like to thank you for your inspirational words that will have a long-lasting effect on the band. We will reflect on it, and it will go a long way.
We hope you enjoyed our performance today, and we hope you will enjoy our performance for World Steelpan Day. So yes, thank you so much once again, and I hope you enjoyed the gift.
So let's give them a round of applause now to Captain Javon Brown of Queen's Royal College and Tia Portillo of Providence Girls Catholic School with our president. And as I said, this is the prelude, so prelude to 3 shows. So Marcus corrected me. Thank you for your correction, Marcus. I accept that humbly. So we have, as I said, Steel at Sunset on July the 4th, and then we also have the magnificent Pan Invitational Tournament, and then the performance for World Steelpan Day. They are going to take a picture, and don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. They are going to give you a treat of some music to send you home. So once again, let's put our hands together for the team. from Panyard Crawl, thanking them for the opportunity that they have provided us with this afternoon. Again, we want to thank and acknowledge the Subway sponsors with us. Members of the media, QRC Media Club, Whitish Limited. It is interesting that Marcus spoke about the fact that they did not have a conductor. That was very, very deliberate. Yeah, it was hard work, but it is something that we decided is not going to happen because they are going to be able to interpret the music. So there was a linkage all the time when we spoke to them about literature, understanding mood and tone and everything. So it was very educational. And I really want to say thank you to the parents as well. Let's give them a round of applause for the support that they gave us. We keep them long hours, but thank you very much for your patience. When you come at 5:30 and practice goes 6:30, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So we just going to have a video. You're going to look at the camera here and you're going to say legacy. Yeah? Legacy. 1, 2, 3.
Legacy!
One more time. Again. 1, 2, 3.
Legacy!
Thank you guys very much.
Okay, so behind your pants as they leave, let's give them some music to go. And of course, to thrill the audience that will remain with us, refreshments for sale under the covered walkway, some sweet Steelpan music for the next 15-20 minutes as you stay with us. So let's go. Right away, drummer, let's go. Let's get the music rolling. As Panyard Crawl rolls out, we give them some music to depart.
Want it? Yes.
It's a real wild man.
Anyway, so we're looking to leave to go to the next location now. Just don't forget to tell your friends, subscribe and like. Don't forget. This is our beautiful president going there. You understand? You understand? So anybody subscribe to this little page, and you know, the Needy Maxi, once you're a subscriber, you'll get a discount. 10% discount. But you have to prove you're a subscriber.
Take my job, bro.
So, let's call him name. Say yeah, sing send me. Don't worry, I'll send the link with the little cards and shit. Yeah, that's not easy. Cool, see, not easy. Yeah, not easy. You know that? I ain't easy at all. I'm practicing, you know? I might open one page too. Practicing. Yeah, cool, see it easy. He was inside it? Yeah, that's one.
Our number here, don't worry.
That make it. You know we have a habit of leaving the people behind.
No, everybody in here.
Next week.
St. James. Yeah, so that was
Don't forget to subscribe and like.
That's all Maxi drive over the course of 3 days in Kosi. He's been in chat saying, hey, so see, total vibe. He could even hang on and double as a cameraman if I needed. Alright, so we're off to our last. We're off to our last. Yeah, you had to send me that. You had to send me that.
Just to get you back, right? You're my number, what's up with it?
That's not what I'm edition for you.
I was gonna probably not subscribe, I don't get it.
perform the role of the distinguished master of ceremonies for this evening's event. At this time, we would like to recognize that we have had 3 distinguished members that have passed away from us in the last 3 months. The Tumba man, the Tambourine man, and the Congas man. Anthony Taylor, John Harris, and our latest ancestor, Terrell McIntosh. With that in mind, we ask if that you would please indulge us in a minute of silence for these fallen icons who have gone on through ancestorship. May their good souls rest in peace and rise in glory. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight here at Power Stars Steel Orchestra, we first of all would like to thank Panyard Crawl and Mrs. Andrews Brabant and Mrs. Ramsey Moore for allowing us to take part in this event of Pan for the week, the entire month of Youth Fest. We are very fortunate to be the very last to be featured, and for us, it begins our journey to our Youth Expo in exactly 2 weeks on 4th of July, where we will feature 7 bands with the financial help and technical assistance of Panyard Crawl under the leadership of Beverly Ramsey Moore, as well as other partners under the patronage as well of MP Scotland, who passed here earlier this evening. Our Youth Steel Orchestra is led by Kimora Seeley, she is ably supported by a vice captain, Mr. Kadeem Pierre. I'd like to give thanks to our drill master, Mr. Zuriel Davis. I would especially like to give special thanks to our percussion team. This percussion team is our percussion team now. 3 have left and we are regenerating, and we give them thanks and give them the blessing. Everything that we do here is under the leadership of our director of music, Mr. Aaron Clark. And he is ably assisted and deputized by our able-bodied vice captain, Miss Alicia Finney. Special thanks to Davis Photography and Phoenix 868 under the department of the office of our PRO, Miss Kusha James, for our fantastic social media programming for these events. We will be playing 3 renditions of 3 tunes. Finesse, a remix done with Bruno Mars and Cardi B. Love Nawati by CK. And the last train to San Fernando by our own Rical Tisha. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished members of the community, I turn the mic and the floor over to the director of music and the drill master. Thank you. I ain't know there. I ain't know there. What's going on? Oh, let's sleep it out. Oh, go on. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our very short flight. We would like to thank you so very much for coming out here. There's so much energy to put this together. Please let us give it up for this entire team, for all of the hard work that they have done. A special round of applause to our director of music, Mr. Aaron Clark. At this time, we invite Mr. Marcus Ash, External Relations Officer at Panyard, to deliver a few remarks. Please give him the warmest round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. So, Power Stars, how y'all feeling? Power Stars, how y'all feeling? The drummer on the side. You can see my next band yesterday. Power Stars, how y'all feeling? Okay. So, just to give a little feedback, I just want to congratulate you all on the performance that you all did. In the short space of time that you all were able to do it as well. This event was to replicate Pan in the 21st century, which is to take a non-calypso or soca piece and perform it in its original setting and then do what they want in it. So I go to the second set of music, not the last three. And I want to say good job on the execution of it, especially into the transition from the first one into the next, well delivered. I would encourage you to explore the overall use of more dynamics in it to really express the mood of what the song is as well, that love and the finesse and those things. So you may want to cater for it with dynamics. So, but in the space of time that you all have to prepare for this and to deliver, I want to give you all kudos on that and wish you all the best going forward. So on behalf of the President of Panyard and the other colleagues of mine on the Central Executive, the Regional Executive staff, we want to wish you all the best going forward and thank you. I cannot leave here without recognizing. Well, I mean, we saw the hard work of Gregory Lindsay and organizing and stuff, but I must pick up the music director, Aaron Clark. Kudos to you. And thank you.
Thank you very much there, Mr. Marcus Ash. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you so very much for being a very gracious audience. On behalf of the Orchestra of Power Stars Youth, the Orchestra, the management, players, we would like to express our profound thanks and also to let you know that this is not goodbye or farewell. We will be working closely with you as we collaborate on the Youth Expo coming up on July the 4th, where there will be a Panyard emerge station and working actively. We would like to thank the President of Panyard and her executive team, Mrs. Beverly Ramsey Moore. A round of applause, please. All right, and the Northern Region staff, the Executive Officer, the Education Officer, and Ms. Desiree Myers, the Chairman, the staff, the youth arm of Panyard, members of all the media. Man, I saw so much media here, boy. I'm telling you, I'm expecting that all to be all over on the social media. So with that, I'd like to thank you very much. Wish you a safe journey forward home and look forward to seeing you on July 4th at the amphitheater 10 to 6 Saturday. And just letting you know before you leave that we're showing the World Cup games here live. And we have Paco, Chef Paco from Paco's Cuisine here live, cooking fresh food, fresh food, chef certified. Thank you very much for coming out, and we do hope that you get home safely.
This was interesting.
Oh yeah. Lindsay. Somebody think it's for now. Watch it running. Beyond. Thank you. Nice.
Hey. No. That's definitely thank you very much for the invitation to the party event. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
Take care.
Yeah, we'll hear from us.
Hey, yeah, come on. You going up? Alright guys, so as always, as I've said, this is the end of the stream. We have no going home streams. We have no going home streams with the YouTube for PanFest. So what I am doing, however, is you guys are free to join the TikTok. I am going live on TikTok right after this. The TikTok is RadicleTube, same as my YouTube. Just type in RadicleTube on TikTok if you don't know. The vibes will carry on over there as we drop everybody in Port Spain. I'm going up again with Nkosi. So this is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for everybody. Patricia, thank you for your continued support. All the mods, thank you very much for chilling with us and making this a nice event. That is the end there for the YouTube part of things. Like I said again, switch over for the TikTok. We'll go live there right after. So everybody have a good night. Thank you so much for all the likes. We hit 65 on your way out. Like so we get it 70 and over. But yeah, that's it for now, and that's it for the Youth Fusion Steel Fest.